Today we're going to look at different sports venues around the world, past, present, and future. Looking at the Sarajevo site just really inspired me to look at the history of the Olympic Games, both summer and winter. And today I decided to also look at the World Cup locations. It surprises me that several sites of just the stadiums alone don't exist anymore. So here's a map of all the Olympic stadiums around the world that happened during the Olympic Games. This map actually includes the games that were cancelled as well as future games. So some notable sites that I did recognize here is that in London, the original White Stadium doesn't exist anymore. So these were for the 1904 games. Now it's easy to say that, oh, of course, those have been around forever. It was just never under very good maintenance. Now when you look at as late as the Atlanta Games in '96, that stadium was retrofitted for baseball. The water cube was retrofitted to become a water park. But now the '96 stadium is being demolished. But if you look at Pyeongchang, that whole venue looks like it's slated to be a temporary site. Is it worth keeping the venues, or is it worth just building it and then destroying it? In Korea it makes sense because the population density is so high. In Atlanta it also makes sense actually because of the urban sprawl that they have, over 200 kilometers. And while I'm talking about 200 kilometers, if you look at just the map of the winter games there, almost half of the winter games have happened within a radius of 200 kilometers. That's 9 Olympic games happen within those radius, not diameter. Now on the summer games side, you'll obviously see that of the 5 continents that the rings represent, there is a clear continent that is missed here. Of course, that's Africa, and Americas do count as one unit according to the Olympic movement. Now moving the Olympics aside, we have the World Cup. I never knew that there were stadiums that would fit over 100,000 people, but that is the case of the World Cup. And I was also very surprised that the first site of the World Cup happened in South America. And the only continent the World Cup has not yet happened in is Australia. But just having stadiums that could fit over 100,000 people, that's incredible. And the logistics of the security, or like let's say a fire or something like that, that would be crazy evacuating that number of people. And the World Cup is also great because it uses locations all over the country. And what's also neat is that they used Korea and Japan together, so it must have been a little bit of an issue with customs traveling between those countries during the World Cup at that time. And on the side of sustainability, what's also awesome is that they don't have to build new venues and too much infrastructure surrounding the World Cup because they only use existing venues. I hope you found this map intriguing. I did, and I'd love to see cities outside of those start having Olympics and World Cup events as well, so that you can discover these places and immerse yourself in the different cultures out there. Because the more we know about each other, the more we travel, the more we find out about different places, different peoples around the world, that's what gets people to come together as a whole, and nothing brings the world together better than sports does. And on that note, it is Pink Shirt Day, so I'm wearing a pink shirt. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.